The video and the audio. That's how. Yeah. Can you do it? Come on,
There we go. Here we go.
Take one.
Yeah,
Right. Efe Obada joining us, and we're sat. This is really cool. Sat out at Pop Brixton,
Right.
getting London's new hero back in London. Man, this has got to be pretty cool for you.
It's amazing. I'm home, honestly. You know, this place is fairly new. It's my first time here, but you know, I'm in Brixton. I'm in South London, and I feel comfortable. I'm at home.
You knew this trip was obviously coming this week. You had to come back
Yeah.
to the UK. You had the bye week. At what point, like when it occurs to you that you're going to be playing next weekend, did you think, oh, maybe I'll be going home and I'll be having to do all of this media, and speaking to all of these guys, because it's kind of exploded?
I didn't have no idea. I had no idea that this was going to happen. The amount of love and amount of admiration that I've received is amazing, and words can't describe how I feel.
Just tell me a little bit about Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning when you got into the locker room and first found out that for the first time you're going to be active on the game day team.
So I walk into the locker room, and and immediately I could see from a distance that there was a jersey on my seat. My face lit up. You know, I just walked straight to my seat, took a picture, and I just kind of refocused, and I said, yeah, this is it. This is about to be a moment, and that's it. Yeah.
Was there indication during the week? Did any of the coaches, did Coach McDermott or anyone talk to you and suggest that might be going down?
Well, the coaches during the week had told us that, some of the people that I was competing with, that it's based on our performance. So knowing that, I just went after it that week and hopefully tried to put myself in a better position to get a spot or to get an opportunity. To show this team that what I'm capable of, and show this team that I'm here to help them win, and the coaches gave me the opportunity, and the rest is history.
It's amazing when back here, the moment that the inactives come out and you're not on that list, and there was a little moment where you kind of felt the UK fan base and media go, hold on, does that mean Efe's actually playing this week? What was it like for you as you run out onto the field and you hear that roar for the first time as a player?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I don't think a lot of the Carolina Panthers fans knew about me until after that game. But just being there, just being able to contribute to our success, just to be able to help the team win, that was everything to me.
That moment of you shouting at Mike Adams, they don't know me, they don't know me. I like, what's going through the head then?
It's honestly, it's just, what's the word? Vindication. Just feeling like all the hard work, all the struggle, all the it's paid off, and they don't know me, and they don't know what it's taken. They don't know the sacrifices. They don't know, some of the adversities, and that's my fuel. What I know, what I've been through, and the people that support me, the people that's given me the opportunity, and that's kind of what I was just highlighting. That
stuff has obviously played out massively in the media since you were first made the 53-man roster, the first guy through the international player pathway to do it, up until now. The stories of how you came to being in London, your childhood at the Warriors, at this point everyone knows those stories, but what's it like for you having those stories come out and be so open and suddenly have everyone suddenly do know who you are when before those, that stuff wasn't really public knowledge?
Honestly, initially it was very difficult. It was, I felt a little bit uncomfortable. I felt a bit exposed. But I feel like I've gone beyond that now, because initially when people did it on my story, I didn't have the opportunity to produce, so I was just a story. But now that I'm put in a position where I can produce, and now I'm a footballer. Now it's my gameplay. It's the future. It's more, and that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now. Yeah.
I want to go through a couple of those plays, but then, like you say, you had the opportunity to produce. You did produce. You win NFC Defensive Player of the Year. Like, for me, what was crazy is because we've been following your story through the Warriors, through the Cowboys, and to suddenly be watching NFL Network and then being like, who is this Efe Obada guy, and why haven't we heard of him? He looks like a game wrecker.
Yeah.
How's that been after the game for you?
Well, the game was a blur. It went quick, but everything after the game, the media exposure, the fans, the love from the Warriors, the game ball, the NFC.
The photo of you getting the game ball is legitimately one of my favourite things from the entire NFL this season.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the smile on your face now, but it was amazing seeing that.
Yeah, that's the very powerful photo for me, and I think that's something I want to print and keep with me and put in my man cave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I do want to ask about the games, the plays within the game. Firstly, the sack, because you suggested that that's something that essentially you get the look you want from the offense, and you know that that's what's been drawn up. This isn't just an effort situation.
Yeah.
You actually know it's been designed for you to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Just talk us through step by step when you see that, how it gets communicated to you, and just what
Well,
was that?
the tight end first lined up in front of me, and then he motioned. And, you know, like I said, the coaches have done an amazing job preparing us. And that we've seen that look before. And I just knew it was coming. I just kind of felt like, all right, he's going to try and come back. I read my keys. The tackle went down. I just knew, all right, they're not going to run. So I just went straight at him. Yeah.
And you take out a guy who is a 7-8 year veteran now, has taken his team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it may not be Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Yeah,
Yeah.
Andy Dalton is a big name guy, and then suddenly it's you that's the focus. Just reaction from your teammates. Talk with us through that moment immediately afterwards.
The team were very happy for me, and they see, you know, behind the scenes, the amount of work ethic I put into it, the amount of hard work and I'm honestly, that moment was special for me, just to know that everyone was, you know, rallying behind me and was happy for me. But it's just one game, and I just need to, you know, and I need to get focused again. I need to go out there and I need to do it again, and I need to perform. The standard's been set.
That is a key question for you, that it was one amazing game,
Yeah.
but you do come from an amateur background in London. You didn't go through college, high school, you know, guys who have got football in their blood, who have been doing it for years and years.
Yeah.
How close do you think you are when it comes to things like the film study, the speed of the game, to being like up there at the level of some of those teammates? Because you play on a defense with some pretty baller defensive linemen.
Definitely. Honestly, I've got amazing role models. I've got people that know the sports. So at this moment, all I can do is just be a sponge. You know, I don't think I'll ever in my career get to a point where I feel like I know it all. So just constantly learning, constantly finding ways to get better, and constantly improving. And that's it. Trust the system, trust the play, listen to the coaches, and I think everything else will take care of itself.
Is there a moment that it did start to click, either in the film room or on the practice field,
Yeah.
where you're like, this situation feels like the right one?
Yeah, some of it. It's been clicking for a while. It's been clicking since last year, where I had the opportunity to be on the NFL international program, where I had the chance to be on a practice squad for the whole year and develop. And, you know, the coaches, you know, they really coach. They take time. Honestly, it's the best fit for me. I love the system. I love the coaches. I love the brotherhood. I love the family atmosphere. And, you know, the system, their morals, it's just the best fit for me.
It's been a really interesting change in Carolina as well, with everything that happened at the end of last year with the ownership change, and then
Yeah.
you've got a new owner who comes out, speaks out against Trump, who seems not like your usual
Yeah.
white billionaire, essentially.
Yeah.
Team sign Eric Reed this week, which, I mean, you guys need help at safety, there's no denying that, but still, he's a talented guy who's been out there and available for 6 months without being signed. So it does feel like a team that the culture feels different to what it was maybe 12 months ago. Obviously, you're reasonably new to it, but how does that culture around the team feel to you?
I'll say this: the players, the big names in our teams, they're very humble, and they work hard, and they earn everything they get. And you know, some people have it, and then some people get lost in that limelight. And when you have people like that, when you have coaches like that, it's like a family. You know, you thrive in that atmosphere.
What did you make of the Eric Reed signing, considering for you, it's you've not managed to meet the guy yet, I assume, but for you, it isn't your nation, but you are someone who understands the hardships that people have gone through and why they make the decision for someone like Eric Reid to take a knee.
Yeah.
And the fact that this becomes a non-football conversation all of a sudden when he signed. So when you see the news, what kind of feelings does that stir up in you?
Honestly, I'm just going to focus on the football aspect, and he's someone...
I'm a 49ers fan. He is a hell of a player, I'll tell you that for nothing.
Yes, he's someone that definitely, he's earned everything that he's got, and I feel like he's going to be a great addition to the Carolina Panthers. He's going to help us win. And like I said, I can't wait to get back there and work with him and get to know him, and
talk about the film study side of it, the sack. Then you look at the interception, which is just
hustle.
Hustle is the right word. I was looking for. I was thinking instinct, athleticism, hustle. You're absolutely right.
Hustle.
So, I guess that proves something a bit different about your game and where you come from.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. I'll tell you that for free. It's not going to be perfect, but I will outwork some of these guys. Towards the fourth quarter, I was going on the field saying to myself, "He's tired. He's tired. He's tired." I don't know if he's tired, but that's my mentality. I work hard. That's my thing. I didn't grow up in football. I didn't have college back then. But my thing is I'm going to work hard, and that's taking me here. Yeah,
and it's taken you quite a way already.
Yeah.
So you're saying we can't expect a sack and an interception every single game then, no? Have you had a chance to speak to anyone like Aiden Durd, like Tony Allen, any of those guys after the game?
I saw Tony Allen yesterday, and Aiden Durd, he was one of the top 3 people that I phoned after the game and let them know.
Who were the other 2 of the 3, if you don't mind me asking?
My wife. And the third person, I'll leave the nameless.
Fine, yeah, that's fine. But so Aiden Durdy, I mean, being out there, same division, working with the Falcons, like you're going to come across him a couple of times a year. Did you get a chance to catch up with him week 2 when the teams came together?
I did. Honestly, that was definitely one of the games that I wanted to play in. I just wanted to just show him, how far I came and just kind of make some plays and put a smile on his face. But it didn't happen. But I'm happy with the way everything played out.
The joy of divisional matchups. You get him again later in the year.
Yes, we will. I'll see him again.
Was there a message that those Warriors guys gave to you, or anyone from the UK? Did you hear from anyone that really
honestly my
affected
whole social media? I've been receiving a lot of love from the Warriors. Some personal messages, but there's a lot of guys that reached out, and I'm grateful to them.
How many Americans have you had to explain the phrase "over the moon" to? Because they don't seem to understand
they don't, right? I saw that, but you can get it based on the contents. You can get it based on what's happening. So yeah, I think they understand. I haven't had to explain that.
I saw on video that your locker is next to Julius Peppers.
Yes.
You were talking about the guys in your locker room being humble, but that's a future Hall of Famer, a top 3, top 4 sack getter of all time. So what have you learned from him in particular?
Honestly, I don't really. When it's difficult, I go up to him and I ask him what's your approach? What do you look at? But I just like to take a background and just watch him. I just watch how he prepares. I just watch what he does, and I just try to emulate that in my own way.
What would be the kind of message to guys who are coming into that international player pathway, because there's guys like Alex Gray, there's guys who there are opportunities out there for these guys. The pass rusher on the Saints, whose name of course completely escapes Alex Jenkins. Thank you. I'm glad you remembered, because that's terrible of me.
Of course, I remember. I know all of them. I remember all of them. They're all like,
and those guys are impressing left, right, and centre.
Yes.
But the fact is, you open up opportunities for other guys when you have a performance like you did the other day.
Yeah.
So, what would you be if somebody came to you and said, like, I want the opportunity? How would you drive them? What would be your message to them?
Trust the process, and outwork everyone. Trust the process, because it's not going to click automatically. Because it's like learning a new language. It's like learning how to ride a bike sometimes, and sometimes you even forget. Sometimes you regress. But just trust the process and work hard, and then also make the most of the opportunity.
Was there a moment when you've been at the Cowboys that you don't get on the roster, you move around a bit, you get some tries, you get some opportunities? Yeah. Was there ever a moment where you thought this might not happen for you?
No. I'll be honest. no. No.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's the confidence.
that's the truth.
But the difference is that is what can carry a guy through, is if you have that belief in yourself.
Yeah, there were some hard times.
Yeah.
But I always knew, I always had it in my mind that one day, because there was even a moment where I felt like I needed to go Canada to learn and then come back, because I follow people like Cameron Wake, and he had to do that. But my goal was always to develop and get to a point where I understood the game and I could survive regardless of what team I'm on or what system I'm in. And that was always my thing, to get better, to grow, to develop. And that's it. But no, I always knew that given the shot, I'll make the most of it and I'll run with it till the wheels fall off.
You seem like a super driven guy, so is there a goal? Is there something is there something that you're looking at in the distance and going, that's where I want to be?
Well, right now I'm just going to focus on every week and helping my team win, helping the Carolina Panthers win, contributing in any way I can, whether it's special teams, whether it's on defense, whether it's even if I'm on the sideline and just getting waters for the guys that are playing, and I'm willing to help. I'm here to help this team win.
Well, Efe, enjoy being back in London, in South London, in proper London as well.
Exactly.
Like you're saying, Pop Brixton's a bit weird because I kind of grew up in and around London as well. Yeah. I don't ever remember anything as
Honestly,
cool as this.
This is cool. This is nice. But I feel like this is what South London kind of needed.
I tell you, the best fried chicken in London, just down there, other side fried. If you get a chance, go grab a burger, because it'll blow your mind.
All right,
it'll change your life, honestly. You'll go back to Carolina and be like, barbecue, this is rubbish. Efe, a real pleasure to catch up, and
Thank you.
Hopefully we see you again soon.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Man.